strength in the top five. Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Alabama's offense will get the first possession of the game. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Handoff from the shotgun. Got the first down and more. At the 40, there he goes. Turning on the Jets. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll run the sneak for it. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it with Wilson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk about Alabama. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Looking for a man. It's Fafita. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Lewis. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hale. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. The give to the back. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last 1st down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Punts it out of the air.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Looking for room. It's Young. That's the 20. He's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by a field goal over Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pulls it in. It's Anthony. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Harrell. Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Here comes a 3rd down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Going to swing it on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Fafita. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. Third and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
To the ground with the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. Zips it out to his man. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Scanning the field, it's Harrell. Makes the catch, it's Anthony. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He is going nowhere. At the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to throw, it's Fifita. Finds his man, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down coming up after that completion. Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Runs through the tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hale. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
Alabama will get the 1st down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
To the air, it's Fifita. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to throw. Touchdown Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll try the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Back to throw, it's Harrell. He'll pull it down and run. Did the work himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Wants to go up top. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Well, on third down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
Hunt is on its way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's caught. It's Williams. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. The short hands, it's Williams. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Finds his man. It's Hale. Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 4 over South Carolina. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Oh, he's got some space. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Back to pass, it's Fafita. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
He's looking to pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Alabama!
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just a short pass to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Trying to get the edge on the right. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Tight end now in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Here's a heat. Got a man. It's Reese. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Motion from the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Touch pass on the run. Oh, better look out. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. To the air, it's Fafita. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection, and 3/4 are in the books as we head to the 4th. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th-quarter comeback. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's caught. It's Hale. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. With the catch, it's Hale. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Back to throw, it's Fafita. Snagged in the middle, it's Hale. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down. This little third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hutchinson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Hutchinson. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st, it's at the 37. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Got a man, it's Thompson. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now they'll run the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, David.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Williams.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. He'll take a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible. But when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.